What up, YouTube? Today we unboxing the FiFine T669, a new USB microphone. We'll see how it stands up. Follow me. All right, we have the FiFine T669 here. Let's crack it open and give it a look. All right, have our user guide right here. FiFine Technology T669. As you can see, it's a microphone boom arm with a USB microphone and a pop filter. Social media contact information. And we have the pop filter. See what this is all about. Feels like nylon. It might be pretty decent. I'll test that to see how good it works. I've seen some with a little better quality than this, but I'll test it out. I got a few tricks. Looks pretty nice so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's a nice package. Okay, this is to hold the mic secure inside of this right here. So these go together. Actually, these are extra, so that's pretty good. You got extra rubber strings in case these break. I like that. All right. We have a pop filter for the mic and a USB cable. It's a standard pop filter. Nothing too special about it, but it's necessary. And we have the clamp for the desk. Let's see what this is right here. Looks like a stand. Slide it out of here. Yeah, stand. So if you want to use it, you can sit on here and connect the arm to it. All right, here's the actual boom arm. I must say it looks pretty good. It's kind of lightweight. Definitely adjustable. Staying put whenever I move it. So I definitely like that. I had one that I gave a review for not long ago. I didn't post it on YouTube, but it was horrible. I'll actually show a part of that video here. Check this out. As you can see, absolutely horrible. I wouldn't dare put any type of microphone on that. It scared me to death. But I like this so far. It's not overly big. I'm not sure about the range that it'll get. It definitely feels pretty good. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break or anything like that. So I'll take it. And now we have, last but not least, the actual microphone. This is actually pretty heavy. That just surprised me a little bit. This is a lot heavier than what I expected. But it feels pretty solid. It definitely feels solid. It is a condenser mic though. I probably wouldn't want to drop it. They are very sensitive to that. And it could probably be damaged easily. So keep that in mind. I have the volume control right here on the front. So let's get this thing put together and get it set up so we can see how it sounds. In total, it comes with 9 parts. Let's get it put together. All right. You are now listening to me on the FiFine T669. This is my first time hearing the mic along with you guys, so I'm hearing what you're hearing for the first time. Now, As I test all of these microphones, I'm going to keep them all peaking at about 18 dB. Keep it even across the board. I'm not going to add any processors or effects to any of the microphone. This is just the raw microphone input. After hearing the mic, I noticed that it has a decent quality. I'm not going to say that it's the best thing that I've ever heard, but it's decent. I am hearing a little bit of noise floor, and that can be fixed probably pretty easy with a noise filter or a limiter or something like that, but it's there. It's a bit of a noise floor there. So if you can deal with that little bit of noise and edit that out after recording audio, then this may be a good mic for you. It's a decent price. Nice overall sound. The high end sounds pretty good to me. Only thing I can say that I don't like about this from hearing it right now is the noise that I'm hearing at the bottom level. If it didn't have that noise, then I would say I would give this mic a much better rating. But again, it does sound decent for about a $50 microphone. Now what I'm going to do is switch to the MXL90, and we'll compare and contrast and see how they sound up against each other. All right, we are now listening to the MXL90. Now this is a mic that I've had for about a little over 10 years now, so it's a pretty old microphone, but it still sounds very good to my ears. Hearing this microphone directly after listening to the FiFine T669, I noticed that this sound, comparing it to the FiFine, sounds a bit more muffled to me. It has a little bit less high end to it. But on the other hand, I also noticed that it has absolutely no noise floor interference. So, like I said, I'll give the FiFine a nod on the clarity of the high end against this microphone, but this microphone wins in the battle of the noise floor, because there is zero noise floor when listening to this microphone. This is a XLR condenser microphone, so that's about it when we compare these two. I like the high end on the FiFine mic, but again, noise floor. This microphone has zero noise floor. And now we are going to switch to the Shure PG58, which is an old classic. All right, and now what you are hearing is the Shure PG58. It is a dynamic microphone. This is a good quality stage microphone. You can put it through a lot of stress. You can slam this microphone and it'll probably still work. Now, in comparison to the other two microphones, the high-end pickup on this microphone is a little bit better than the MXL90 in my personal opinion. This microphone is almost maxed out right now as far as the gain on the microphone. So there is a little bit of a noise floor signal coming from that, and you should never have to gain a microphone that much in order to be able to hear it, but in this case I did in order to get it in the range of the rest of the microphone. It's still not as much of a noise floor signal as the FiFine T669. So in comparison, I would say that this microphone is a notch above the FiFine T669, but not by much. They're both, in comparison, sounding pretty good up against each other. If I was going to use this in a production right now between this microphone, the FiFine T669, and the MXL90, I would probably pick the MXL90 because it doesn't have a noise floor and it'll be easier to process the signal afterwards. So everybody got a chance to hear 3 mics so far. We are going to switch to the 4th mic in this competition, or in this shootout, should I say, and it is going to be the Shure SM7B. All right, you are now hearing me on the Shure SM7B. Now, immediately, I can tell a big difference between how this microphone sounds and the other microphones that we've tested so far. I feel that this microphone gives me the most accurate representation of how my voice actually sounds to me. And like I said, the high end is perfect, the lower end is perfect. There is zero noise floor in this microphone. It is a $400 mic, and it's actually performing as such when listening to it, in contrast with the other 3 microphones that we've tested. Now, I will say that the Shure SM7B alone has a very, very low signal. So I do have a SEDM1 inline microphone preamplifier connected to it right here. Without that, the sound would be nearly inaudible. I would have to gain this microphone to the max in order to make it hit the range that we were trying to get to. As of right now, I only have it about a quarter of the way up, which is very, very good. So, as I said, this is the best sounding mic that I have right now. That doesn't necessarily mean that the other microphones are no good, but sometimes quality comes with the price. Now I'm going to switch back to the FiFine T669, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. All right, we are now back on the FiFine T669, and again, like I said, it has a pretty decent quality. The microphone is about $50, but you get the microphone, but you also get this nice boom arm, this really nice microphone stand. So it has some very useful extras. A problem that I did try to see if I could use this USB mic with the MPC X or the MPC Live or the MPC One through the USB port on the back of that device, and it didn't work. So and as a matter of fact, if anyone out there has a USB mic that they have successfully been able to connect with any one of the MPC line, please let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what mic it is and if you got it to work. I would appreciate it. Now, if you're planning on using a mic like this for audio recordings, as far as song formats, like I said, I was able to get it routed into the DAW, obviously, but it wasn't necessarily the way that I wanted it to. And I had to switch back between this microphone and my audio interface to get between all the other microphones. Otherwise, I could have ran them all through the audio interface and used them all at the same time. But I wasn't able to do that. So I really would not recommend this mic for audio recordings because of the background noise. But if you're just doing basic podcasting, something simple, maybe even game streaming, then I could see using a mic like this. It really wouldn't matter that much. You can get rid of the noise floor using a noise filter or a limiter or something like that. Now, it may cause a bit of a delay in the signal if you're trying to do it live maybe, but otherwise you could pretty easily get rid of that noise. Now, as I said before, I also really like the build quality of this microphone. It's really sturdy. It feels tough. It's got a little bit of weight to it. The arm is solid. You can move it around and place it wherever you want. So I like that a lot. You can look on Amazon. You will find that there are companies that sell just the arm for about $50. So if you pick this microphone up and you get the arm with it, that's a pretty good deal if you ask me. I did promise you that I would test. I had a way to test out this wind filter. I know I don't have it connected right now, but we're going to get to that right now. All right, now for this test, we have the FiFine pop filter, and it looks like it has at least two, maybe 3 layers of nylon inside here. And what I'm going to do is try to blow this lighter out. Oh, here we go. Pretty easy. Just took one blow and the lighter went out. Straightforward. What I have here is a Stedman Pro Screen XL. I've had this for about 10 years. It has a lifetime guarantee on it. Probably one of the best pop filters I feel like I ever bought. Watch it work. Now, the difference between these two, this one is attempting to block air passing through, and all it's doing is trying to stop as much air as it can. It will help. It definitely will help. And stop some of those air pops from S's, T's, P's, stuff like that. It'll definitely help. What this one does is basically the same thing, but how the screen is formatted, it redirects the air. So when you blow into this, the air doesn't come straight out. It redirects it off to the side and away from the microphone. If you can afford it, I would suggest that you get something like this. If not, the other pop screen will help, and use what you got when it comes down to it. You know what I mean? Whatever you got, whatever you can afford, until you can get something better, use what you got. So that's going to conclude the video for today. I've tested 4 different microphones. We got to hear how they all sound. I did a quick little test on the windscreen, and I'll see you again on the next one. I'm out. All right, YouTube, before I go, if you made it this far in the video and you want to get your hands on this FiFine T669, comment mic'd up, and I will send it to one of y'all randomly next week, Friday the 13th.